I wasn't going to film making these because they're so simple, but I've always regretted that because those videos seem like they would have gone better. So I'll film this last one. I've made 3. This is a piece of 4-inch OD cold rolled 1018 carbon steel, 2 inches long, a little bit longer actually, and we're going to turn that into a riser foot for the Cincinnati mill. I'll see if I can film this start to finish. About 56 thou stock, which is plenty. Right, tool 1. I've actually started programming tool offsets. Got a DRO, so should make use of it. And that means that this magically is at the right dimension for what I want to do. And off we go. First things first, just cleaning up the end face. I'm using a Kennametal CNMG 432 insert here. I'll put the specific one up on the screen. This is a really versatile insert, works incredibly well on carbon steel and stainless steel. So all we're doing here is just cleaning up the end face. Dimensions on this part are not super critical. That plastic lock line thing drives me nuts. It never stays where it's supposed to, and I ended up getting rid of it. And here we are, just cleaning up the OD, just taking off the scale from the hot roll process. Now putting in a small center mark, and this is just to provide a starting point to bore out the recess where the 1-inch stud is going to sit when it's in use. There we are, just boring it out back and forth using the boring bar. The dimensions, as I say, not critical, going for roughly a 1/2 inch deep and just enough clearance for a 1-inch stud to sit easily in. Quick go over with Scotch-Brite just to blend out some of the marks. Turn it around, and here we are. Clean up what is the bottom face and bring the part to length. Although dimensions are not super critical, I tried to keep all 4 consistent. Within, I would say, plus or minus 20 thou, so that's actually very, very loose. And again with the part at finished length, small centre mark just to give us a starting point for the boring tool. And then just boring out the back to a shallow counter bore, which just deals with any undulations that might be in the concrete floor. Doesn't need much, and I think I took this to about 1 millimetre deep. 40 thou. And after deburring, clean up with some Scotch-Brite, just as with the other end. And then the part is done.
So you see the idea. These are just risers. The little counter bore in the back, the shallow counter bore, just helps these sit without rocking on slightly uneven surfaces. If you leave that flat over the entire surface, any slight undulation in the floor will cause this to just be unstable. So this is just a simple way of doing it. And then the counter bore in the top side is just for the stud to sit in so it doesn't slip off. And then we've got a 1-inch diameter stud. It's a 1-inch 8 thread. A fine thread is better in this application. They're stronger and make for a finer adjustment, but I couldn't find any of this size conveniently, so this is what I'm going with. The stud will go up through the foot pad, sit in the riser, and the machine will be lifted up. To install these, I'm going to go round, jack the machine up one corner at a time, and just place them one at a time. So, time for some sped up photography.
I'm going to call that good enough. So now I'm just going to snug everything up, and that's the machine leveled.